Hello, I'm Tasha from the Robbies. From now on, I will be making movies by myself because Shana even moved from the city. She's now living in another city and she's working and she's not following a raw food diet. Well, I'm sure she's eating a lot of raw food, but she's also eating other normal things, part of a normal standard diet. So I just came from yoga, so good, and I've been talking to some friends who are very interested in a raw food diet, and also with some people who are just starting a raw food diet, and they ask me all sorts of advices. And one of the advices, because people in the beginning they feel very lost, it's a big change in their lives, and for people who are used to go to supermarket and buy boxes and call it food, it is a big change to just go directly to the fruit vegetable section and that's it, because that is the real food. But people are not used to it, and so they get a little bit lost, so they don't know what to buy and how to keep in a raw food diet. And today I want to give you some tips on that from my experience. This is solely from my experience. I have not read many books on raw food. Maybe I should, but I have not. So most of my knowledge is from experience, and also from knowledge about nutrients and about what to eat, and to be eating the necessary amount of food in terms of quality and quantity. That I take information also from the internet and forums, and yes, a lot of information that there is in the internet. So, tips on how to keep a raw food diet. I have to say the most important tip of all is decision. Any change that you want to make in your life, any change, and trust me, I am very experienced with this because I'm so bad with decisions. Oh my god, I am the most indecisive person. I know, of course other people say that of themselves also. Any change that you make in your life, you have to start with a decision. When you decide, okay, this is something I want to try. This is something I want to try now, and I will start it now. Then you make a decision, and no matter what happens, this is your decision. I am eating raw food from now on. No matter what. It doesn't matter if you are in a party and you're hungry and there is no raw food. You leave the party earlier, or you in advance take some food with you. I always carry a banana or 2 bananas and some nuts in my bag, always, because of all these situations that have happened before in the past, that I was hungry, and when I'm hungry I don't think so clearly, I just want food. And so in the past I realized that if I want to keep a raw food diet, I would have to prepare myself in advance by having always some piece of fruit with me. But even though when these little things happened, that I was at a party or at a dinner and there was no raw food, and I decided to eat something else. This was when I have not made a strict decision. The minute I made a decision, things changed. I relaxed. So that's why it's so important for people to make a decision about a change, because this allows you to relax. You know, you make the decision, this is what I want to eat from now on because I want to feel healthy, I want to feel the benefits, or I just want to make an experience. Yes, I just want to experience it. I just want to see how I feel for 30 days. Make a challenge. It has to start with a decision, and this decision has to be clear in your head. And once you make it, you will relax. You know, you will just feel more peace, more, okay, now this is, I just made a decision and this is how it's going to be, no matter what. So this is the first tip, is you have to make a decision. Once you make a decision, and you will feel lost a little bit if you are just in the beginning, and especially if you are coming from eat meeting type of diet, you will understand that things to eat healthy, it's expensive. Unfortunately, in our world, a hamburger costs €1 and maybe a mango costs €2. It is unfortunate, but, and I was very lost in the beginning of my journey because I didn't want to spend so much money. I earn as a student and I couldn't afford to spend all my extra money on food. So I just had to find a way to eat healthy and still save money. This is my second tip. You will have to be dynamic. You will have to search for things. And trust me, when you really want, the universe somehow brings it to you. And I have experienced this several times. And I was not very spiritual before starting the raw food diet. But these little things that happened to me, very simple, very simple. For example, I just was looking for good vegetables that were not with pesticides and from a farmer. And I was so decisive to find it. I just went to the street and I just walked around, and then suddenly there was a lady with a basket selling vegetables from her own garden, completely organic. And yes, and she was not there any other day that I saw. So this is one example. I have several examples like this. So what this means is that when you make a decision, and then when you search for the things that you really want, but that you are determined to have, somehow the universe brings it to you. And you have to trust that you will find it. You cannot give up. You cannot, think, whatever, I will never find this. No, you just go. You just go and you will find what you need. So in the beginning I thought, okay, I saw some markets near my house and I thought, these markets are very expensive. They are farmer markets, but still very expensive. So I just was asking people if they knew any good market, cheap market. And I asked several friends, until one time a friend of mine just posted on the internet a photo of some food that he bought at a market. And there he listed the prices of the food, so how much he spent. And it was so cheap. So then I just searched where this market was, and it is my main shopping place. This is where I buy most of my products to eat. Most of my fruit and vegetables, and my products are fruit and vegetables. And if I buy a box, it's because it's full of mangoes or something like that. So yes, so you do have to search. If you have problems with the money and you are concerned and a little bit lost because you don't know where to go, really, you have to understand your routines will change. If this is something you really want, your life has to change. And in the beginning, you might feel a little bit lost and thinking that it's so much effort, but trust me that in time, things will get smooth, because things will just be part of your routine, and you don't have to search anymore because you already know where to find things and where to go. And also another good tip on money issues is search in the organic supermarkets if there are any discounts on ripe fruit and vegetables, because eating a raw food, you will learn that you should really eat your ingredients, your fruits and vegetables quite ripe, not green. So do not eat green bananas or green mangoes or whatever people are used to eat green. You really should not do that because of your teeth and your health. And it's much more acidic, it has less nutrients, and you have to change your taste. And you will, naturally you will, because once your body gets more healthy, the funny thing is your taste changes as well. So you should look for the fruits that are ripe. And many organic supermarkets, and I found that as well, they do sell their organic products cheaper, for half a price or 25% discount. And you can talk to the owners of the supermarkets, and I'm sure that some of them do not feel discouraged if some find you weird, or who cares if they find you weird? After a while, people get used to it, and you're not weird anymore. You're just a client that buys all their ripe fruit, yay! And they don't have to throw it away. They can make some money out of it. So you also have to break some barriers in terms of communication, in terms of shyness. If you are, you have all these barriers that you don't want to ask people for fruit or for ripe fruit or for cheaper fruit, drop it. Just go for it, and you will see that you will have rewards. I had rewards, and many people I know have had rewards like this. And actually, sometimes you make friends at the market where I go. Now I know many of the farmers, and the farmers come to me and they give me things, they give me fruit. The other day, just 2 days ago, when I bought grapes, the farmer just gave me the double of grapes that I was going to buy. He just put it in my bag, and because they already know me and they know that I'm looking for a lot of fruit and I'm buying a lot of fruit, and they know that I take all their ripe fruit away from them. So it's okay. You just have to do what you have to do. Okay. The third tip to keep on a raw food diet is variety. If you are one of these persons that doesn't like many things, doesn't like a lot of fruits and doesn't like a lot of vegetables, you have to change. your attitude. Just make an effort in the beginning, because after a while you would love it. You will love many, many more things. So your kitchen should have variety. You should be adventurous in the things you buy. If you go to supermarket and you see things that you never saw before, you never bought it before because you don't even know what it is, you know, it's a strange fruit coming from Asia and has a name that you cannot pronounce, buy it and try it. So try out the more variety that you can, and you will see that your world will open up to so many tastes and flavors, and it will be an explosion in your senses. And this will motivate you to continue, because it's just so joyful. It's just so happy. And it's funny because after a while, when you are eating a raw food diet, and you know other people who also eat a raw food diet, many of them are going to talk to you about new fruits, and you also talk to them about new fruits, and this is so exciting. While other people might look at us and think, what are they talking about? They're talking about how exciting a fruit that they taste is. I mean, that's strange for them, but for us, genuinely, it's really something that it is exciting, because I think maybe our taste buds get so purified that all these new flavors, sweet flavors, strange different flavors, it's like an explosion in our mouth and senses and goes to our brain. It's a whole new world of taste. So these are my 3 main tips if you want to keep a raw food diet. Make a decision. If you're concerned with money issues, do make an effort to find places where you can get ripe fruit and good fruit and discounts. Really move yourself, be dynamic. You have to change your routines. And variety in your kitchen. Your kitchen should be colorful and joyful, and you should, look at your table or where you put your fruit and just see colors, all different types. So I hope this helped you a little bit. Of course, there are many, many other things that can help you. You should also look for friends that eat raw food, so new friends. Don't give up on your old friends. Many people give up on their old friends. You don't have to give up on anybody, because people, if they love you, they will accept you, and that is also my experience. And in the beginning, everybody will think you're strange and weird. What are you doing? They call you fanatic and all these things. And well, I can make another video one of these days to help you deal with that. But just look for new friends who eat raw food. Go to potlucks where you find, raw food potlucks where you find people that are eating the same way, because you do need support. Inscribe yourself in forums. If you are on Facebook, look for people who are eating raw food in groups of raw food. You need support. You need to know how other people did it and how, all their little problems. And so you should search for support. I hope you enjoyed my tips to keep a raw food diet. And I will try to make movies more regularly. Sometimes I'm very busy, and because now, I have to do it by myself, and it's a lot of work. People don't know, but to make movies for YouTube takes a lot of work and time. But I will try to make more movies. I really want to share my experience with people and my thoughts and, I don't know, spirituality. I don't know, things that I have inside I want to share with people. And right now I will have to have dinner because I just came from yoga and I'm so hungry. And I made this incredible salad. I try to eat a salad every day, a big salad every night, especially. And this one has everything, you see. It has peanut and has parsley and has pepper and mushrooms and cauliflower, tomatoes, and it smells so good. I just put lemon. So, guten appetit if you're going to eat as well. And I hope it's a salad or fruit. Until next time, bye bye.